What's going on, Cancerian Massive? It's your girl D with 8th House Energy here to bring you your Venus in retrograde reading. I hope all is well with you guys. I do appreciate all the love and support you bring to the channel. If you need a personal reading from me, check the information box below this video. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on any other social media forum, I have Instagram, so join me there. I have Facebook, so join me there. Check out the About section or the Info section on those formats. All right, there's going to be an extended, so the link is going to be in the information box below or in the About section. Okay, Cancer. We are looking at Venus. Venus is in the house of Gemini, and for you, the house of Gemini is in your 12th house. This house is the house that they label as the house of sorrow, the house of secrets and self-undoing. This is like the most mystical house. It's like the final house, the end of the circle. Like, you know, when the soul comes into a human form, it goes through, the travel of the soul throughout its cycle. It starts at Aries and it ends in the 12th house, which is where Pisces lives. But for you, your 12th house is where Gemini is. But that house energy is the house of, karma. Okay, it's the final house where the soul goes to rest. So this is the house that's closest to, as far as the veil, it's closest to the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. This house deals with escapism, like alcohol addictions, any kind of addictions, to help you escape the realities of what's going on in your world, is where this house is, because it's the house of spiritual debt. It contains the rewards and the punishments for the deeds that one commits throughout the world. Okay, so some of you with this Venus in retrograde, in reference to how you love people and how you show love, you are going to be getting your karma during this time. Okay, now if you did good deeds and you treated people right and were fair to them, then you're going to reap the rewards. Okay, if not, again, it's all about your karma and what you put out there, because again, this house is all about the energy that you put out in reference to how you treated people. All right, your spiritual debt, okay, for the rewards and punishments of the deeds that you committed. It's also associated with psychic powers and the ability to discover, discover your psychic and subconscious thoughts. So there's a lot of dreaming that goes on here. Pay attention to your dreams during this time. You may be getting some messages from your higher self, because again, the veil is so thin, because this is where the soul comes to ascend and then transform, so that it starts the cycle again in Aries, right? Now this house also deals with, they call it the house of self-undoing, because what it is it's not necessarily negative or gloomy, depending on how you conducted yourself, but it does define the limitations placed on your life, like including, you're included by yourself, like through, self-undoing behaviors. Like we're talking, you have to be careful, because this house also governs disappointments, accidents, trouble, and self-defeat. And it also rules unseen forces, like your secret enemies. It rules escapism, asylum, prisons. So a lot of you, if you have loved ones in prison, you may be communicating with them or reaching out to them or thinking about them. Because this is where the soul comes to ascend, a lot of you may be thinking about loved ones who passed away. You may be having dreams about them, because this is the house of dreams. Okay, so it's psychic abilities. They may be trying to communicate with you, your loved ones who passed away. They could be trying to connect with you in some way, shape, or form, to talk to you. Okay, but this is one of the most mystical houses here. All right, so this house also deals with, like I said, the rewards and punishments of your deeds in reference to love and relationships. So you could have been on the receiving end of some negative stuff. You may be getting good karma if you cut this out of your life. If you were giving out negative energy to people in reference to love, you're going to get negative karma coming back to you in some way, shape, or form. Hopefully you're on the good end, okay? Overall energy for the first spread I'm going to do for you, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Now, this Queen of Wands energy in reverse, she could talk to a couple of different things in reference to in reference to love. Okay, this is somebody also, because the Queen of Wands, this staff that she holds, if you look at the staff, that's the wand. Wands are about passion. Wands are about your spiritual nature as well. You know, your magic wand is what you use to transform and manifest things and also tap into your spiritual energy. So in reverse, this could be someone who's not using that energy, who's not tapping into that energy, who is not paying attention to their spiritual side of them. Okay, they're not listening to their higher self. This could be someone who maybe doesn't have dreams, who doesn't listen to that spiritual side of them. All right, this could represent someone who's bitter and angry, someone who just jumps and takes actions without thinking of others. This is someone who could also use their spiritual energy to hurt other people as well. So we'll see what this talks about here. This could also represent, if this is like a love situation, she could represent the third party. Okay. And this is masculine or feminine when I say he or she, because we as men have masculine and feminine energy as well. It's the yin and yang in all of us. Women have masculine and feminine as well. So this could be somebody embodying the feminine energy, or this is their feminine energy here. This is someone who's very anxious, very impatient, you know, doesn't want to settle down, just wants to have sex, and that's it. All right. This could also represent somebody who is always in a third party situation. Okay, this represents somebody who has low self-esteem, somebody who is usually just about sex or taking advantage of it in a sexual way. All right, so some of you could have been in those types of situations. Let's see what's going on here. So we have the Knight of Swords energy. Knight of Swords is Gemini energy. We have that clarified with the Chariot in reverse. This is your energy, Cancer. Okay. We have the Three of Cups energy, Cancerian energy, clarified with the Seven of Swords. This is Aquarius energy. We have the Knave of Swords in reverse, which is the Page of Swords in reverse. This is Cardinal Air, Libra energy. And then we have the Knave of Pentacles. Okay, this is Virgo energy. So let's see what we got going on here. So for some of you, the Knave of Swords talks to me about, this card here is a tricky card. This guy here can be, this is someone here who does not communicate clearly for whatever reason. Or this could be, okay, their communication could be very rash. They could be very hurtful. This could be someone who's very argumentative. This could be someone who also does not tell the truth. They tell people what they want people to know in order for them to possibly manipulate a situation. Because the Queen of Wands in reverse is a very manipulative energy. Okay? So this is... now you could be you could have been on the receiving end of this, or you could have been the one doing this. Take the energy how it resonates. This is a general reading. But the Knight of Swords energy, Knights are all about journeys. They're the ones who go and deliver messages. They're like the errand boys, all right, or the errand girls of the zodiac, because they can be any sex. So this is messages. So this is someone who goes out on a journey to run errands. The specific errand for the Knight of Swords is to deliver messages. It's messages of communication, intellect, thought processes, logic, reason, things like that. And so this person uses that, since they're not king status yet, where they're 100% noble. They use this energy in their advantage. So they tell people what they need to tell people for whatever reason. Okay, it's like I could send someone to say, hey, go tell someone A, B, and C. And then this person will go and tell someone A, C, and B instead of A, B, and C. Or they twist the words around, so to speak. This could also be someone who is very brash in their communication. They're not to the point where they're king status yet. They look at the facts. They don't use emotion at all in this situation, but they manipulate. They manipulate words. So you have to be very careful with this energy here. We have that clarified with the Chariot in reverse. The Chariot in reverse here is when someone has gone through a traumatic situation and they're not able to move on. So someone could have gotten some communication And as a result of that communication, that harsh communication or that brash communication, they're not able to move forward. Okay? They're not able to move forward. So there was some trouble here. There was some frustration here. Okay? Some aggravation. And with this Queen of Wands in reverse here, and this could be representing someone. This could be in a home environment, okay? Someone not being able to move. Someone physically not being able to move. Okay, you might have gotten communication that you're not able to move for whatever reason. Not right now, because this also represents energy of wanting to take action right now. So some of you may have gotten some type of message. It could have been a letter, could have been something from court or some type of legal place, or it could have been a doctor's office or something like that, but you're not able to relocate or not able to move for whatever reason. For others of you, we have the Three of Cups here and the Seven of Swords. The Three of Cups is your energy, Cancerian energy again here. So you are showing up in the reading. So this is about you and what's going on with you internally. The Seven of Swords energy here is really not a good energy. We got a lot of swords here, okay? The Seven of Swords energy is someone who, with the Three of Cups energy, this could be support. This could be having support, friends, okay, people who celebrate with you, people who love you, people who, hanging out with friends. But there's some deceit here. There's somebody who's out for no good. Okay, so some of you could have been deceived by your friends. Okay, you could have thought that these people were friends and they did nothing but stab you in the back. They tried to take from you. This could be why, you might be feeling like you're not ready to move on or you can't move on because of the people who stabbed you in the back. Okay, but there was definitely some intent behind this. So someone intentionally did this. This was their goal. Okay. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse here, as well as the Knight of Pentacles. This Knight of Swords energy talks to me about bad news. Automatically is what I get when I see this card. Bad news or someone not communicating, because pages are messengers as well. They are messengers of communication as well. So this could be messages that are not coming in or messages that are coming in lies. Okay, again, when I see swords in reverse, I think of things that are not true and not honest. So this could be bad news or, someone lying on someone. Okay. And with the Knight of Pentacles here, this is someone who does this meticulously. This is someone who specifically focuses on, they take the time, they think about this. Okay. This is a manipulative individual here that you're dealing with, whether it's you, Cancer, or the person you were dealing with. Very manipulative. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles is someone who takes their time to think things out. If you see here, he has a pad and paper here. This is someone who focuses on what it is that they're trying to do. Whatever their intent is, whether it's negative or positive. This is someone who's very analytical, someone who thinks, okay? They don't just do something just to do it. They do it with intent, okay? So with this energy here, and this energy here, and this energy here, you were dealing with someone who was really a piece of shit. I don't mean to say that on, I gotta watch what I say on the videos. But you were dealing with someone who was purposely, their intent was to take from you. And they took their time doing it. They took their time and they watched you, they observed you, they saw what you did and how they paid every bit of attention to you. So that when they moved, it was calculated and it was with intent. So this was someone who was using their spiritual energy in a negative way, okay? Whether this was you, Cancer, or someone you were dealing with, but you were dealing with someone who was pretending to be your friend, and then behind your back, they were deceiving you. Their intent was to take from you. And this was going on for a very long time with this Knight of Pentacles energy, because this is the slowest moving knight of the deck. He takes his time with things, okay? So this was someone who, would lie to you, not tell you the truth, would argue with you, fuss with you intentionally. This is someone who would, party with you, celebrate with you, pretend that they were a friend intentionally so that they could take from you and deceive you in some way, shape, and form intentionally. They wouldn't tell you anything. Some of you, you know this, and so you're not communicating with this person, or this person is no longer communicating with you. But yeah, this is really unfortunate energy. But don't worry, it's the house of karma. So people are going to get their just due. Now, this retrograde energy is going to be from May 13th through June 25th. We're already in the pre-shadow stages of it. So some of you may already be feeling these energies. Okay, so some of you, you may have somebody coming back into your life who did these things to you, who treated you in this manner. Okay, so the universe is coming back in with this energy to test you. All right, some of you, this is just a reflection. You're thinking back because retrograde, Venus retrograde is all about thought, reflection. So some of you are thinking back about a situation that you were in where you were dealing with someone like this. Okay, but for some of you, this person may come back. And it's up to you to keep them away so that you get good karma. Okay, because if you let them in, they're going to treat you the same way, and that's going to be your self-undoing, which is what the house of, the 12th house is all about, self-undoing. Now, the second card here, or the second overall energy, is devil energy. See, this is devil energy. This is Capricorn energy, okay? The devil energy represents very toxic energy. This could represent addictions. Okay, this could represent a toxic codependent relationship. Anything that you do in excess. Since we're dealing with the 12th house, we're dealing with escapism. Okay, so this is a tendency to use drugs, alcohol, whatever it is to escape whatever self-undoing you've put yourself in. Okay, this could be relationships as well. So let's see what we got going on. There's going to be an extended to this video. The link is going to be in the box below if you're watching this on YouTube. Why is this devil energy here? That's major arcana, okay? So we have the King of Pentacles as the current situation. That's Taurus energy. The challenge is the Tower energy in reverse, major arcana. So this is Mars. So trying to avoid a disaster. This is what the challenge is. Where your spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors want you to keep in mind is the Eight of Wands in reverse, Sagittarius energy. Where your head is at is the Knight of Cups energy here, which is Piscean energy. And the outcome here is the Six of Cups in reverse. Six of Cups energy is Scorpio energy. All right, so we got some transformative energy going on here. Now, as far as, let's see here. So the King of Pentacles, this is someone who is very stable. This is someone who puts plan into place. This King of Pentacles is someone who's very analytical. They're well thought out. They don't jump into situations without thinking. This is someone who has strategy, okay? And they put a plan in place. This is someone who uses their finances to do so. This is someone who doesn't spend very quickly with their finances. This could also represent someone who's a parent or married in a relationship. Usually the King of Pentacles energy is married, usually has children. Doesn't necessarily have to be. But this is what this could be. All right. And the challenge here is a major arcana. The challenge is how to avert a disaster. Mars energy. Okay. So with the Tower energy, this is oppressive energy as well. You're trying to avoid that. Trying to avoid a disaster and trying to avoid change. This is also the fear of change. Someone is afraid to change. Okay. Your spirit guides, your guardian angels, and your ancestors are wanting you to embody or keep in mind the Eight of Wands energy in reverse. This is about being frustrated. This is about not being able to move forward in some way, shape, or form due to delays and setbacks. It could also be physical travel as well. Okay, so we also have the Knight of Chalices here, which is where your head is at. So some of you, you want to take a journey. Okay, so I do see issues with transportation here. Okay, the outcome is the Six of Cups reverse here. With the Six of Cups reverse, this is someone letting go of the past. This is having unrealistic expectations. This could be being naive as well. Okay, let's see here. So what I'm getting here is that there's somebody who wants to provide stability. Okay, they may want to approach someone as far as relationships are concerned. They may want to provide a stable connection with someone. But the challenge is that someone's afraid to change, or they're afraid that, they did so much damage that it won't change the situation. Okay? And with the Eight of Wands here, the spirit guides, guardian angels, and ancestors and higher self is telling you here that, there's a lot of frustration here. There's a lot of aggravation here, which is causing delays, okay? Lack of communication, no communication, not being able to move is what's going on here. But somebody wants to rush in. Somebody wants to rush in. So this could be someone from the past who caused so much harm and so much damage in a relationship here that they're afraid that they can't change the situation. This person may not be communicating with them or may not want to communicate with them, because we saw that in the last spread with the Page of Swords in reverse. All right. But this person wants to rush in and wants to maybe extend love. But the challenge is that it may be too late, is what I'm getting here. It may be too late. This person may have unrealistic expectations because of the damage that was done with the past relationship or what you've experienced. So, I don't say Gemini, but we're looking at the Venus in Gemini. But Cancer, what I'm showing here is some of you may have children with someone, okay? And this person may be wanting to, you may have been in a very tumultuous relationship with this person. This is someone who was lying, who's very manipulative, someone who was promiscuous, someone who wasn't honest with you. And now this person is going to realize their ways. They're going to realize what they did because of the house of karma and self-undoing. They're going to come into a mindset where they're going to be looking back at their actions and like, damn, I really screwed up majorly. So what they may be doing is, some of you have children with this person. They may want to come back into you and communicate with you and want to reestablish a connection with you. But they realize that there's so much damage. They did so much damage. Like for some of you, this was someone you were with for a very long time. For some of you, you may not have been married to this person. You may have just had children to this person. But over the years, this person has done so much dirt to you. So much, like it was like a control thing. And it was very manipulative energy. We saw it in the last spread. So this person did so much damage to you. And so you're not communicating with them now, or they're not able to get in contact with you or reach out to you for whatever reason. 9 times out of 10, you block them with the Page of Swords energy in reverse. But this person now is trying to, now karma's hitting them in the ass. Now they realize how they treated you. Now they're realizing that they weren't right to you and they weren't fair to you. Because remember, we had the Justice card in reverse. They're realizing... we had the Chariot in reverse in the last spread. They're realizing that you don't want to move forward with them. So now all of a sudden they're ready to move forward with you because they wouldn't before. See, with the Knight, remember we had the Knight of Swords and then the Chariot in reverse? Like this person, when you try to communicate with them about wanting to move forward in a relationship, this person would give you all kinds of bullshit. And we know that with the Knight of Pentacles there, that this went on for a long time. So this was like a relationship, situationship type of thing. This person didn't want to be in anything serious because with that Queen of Wands in reverse energy, they were too busy running around. And they were being very secretive about it, which is why it came up in the feminine energy, which is the Queen of Wands. They were being very secretive about what they were doing. They weren't telling you that they were sleeping with multiple people, all that kind of stuff. So you dealt with this for a very long period of time. Some of you have children with this person. All right. And then finally, now that you had enough. So you ended up cutting them off. Okay. And so now this person, because it was very toxic energy. Okay, with the Devil energy, very toxic. This is the overall energy. So now this toxic energy wants to come back into your life. And it's because of karma. Now, some of them have not changed. Some of them have. Okay, but during this Venus retrograde energy here, you're going to be looking back. If you were the one who was treated this way, you're going to be looking back at the situation, realizing that, this was a situation that you should not be in. So a lot of you cut this person out. This person's going to be trying to come back. But you have to be careful because them coming back is your karma. Now, the first time they did this to you and you got out of the situation, okay, fine. But now here they come again. This is going to be your karma. If you decide, because this is the house of self-undoing. So if you decide to take this person back, understand what the energy is. It's not changing. Okay? It's not going to change. Your challenge is to avoid this type of energy. And for you to avoid this type of energy, you cannot communicate with this person again. Okay, even though they're going to try to come back in with the Knight of Cups energy to say they're sorry, la 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 la. But just keep in mind, Six of Cups reverse talks about unrealistic expectations. It talks about being naive. This person played you, and they played you for a long time. So in their head, you're naive. You may have broken up with them because you just needed a break, and that might be how they're looking at it, but they're going to come back in. Now, the house of self-undoing and karma comes in. Are you going to take this person back? Because for a lot of you, if you do, then you're bringing your negative karma on yourself, and this is what you're going to bring yourself. Okay? Now, on the flip side of it, if you're doing this to someone, they may not take you back because of so much damage that's already been done. This person may look at your energy as very toxic, okay? But what we're going to do is we're going to go into the extended, and we're going to clarify all this and find out what's up, okay, for each side of the situation here. Let's take a look real quick before we go to the extended. So we have the devil energy we talked about, right? This being a very toxic energy. Okay, it could be a codependent sexual relationship because we did have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So this person was using their sexual prowess to keep you ensnared in their web. We have the Two of Swords reverse. Okay, this is all about indecision or making a decision. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and the Three of Cups in reverse showing up again. So I'm getting here that with this Two of Swords reverse and this Queen of Pentacles here, see, some of you, yeah, you have children by this person. Here's the King and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay? Now, the thing is that this person is going to come back. They may have made a decision here. Okay? With the Two of Swords reverse, they made a decision that they may want to come back to you. Okay? With the Four of Pentacles in reverse here, this is representing the fact that they're hoping that you're going to be open to them coming back to you. That you're not going to have your defenses up. You're going to have your guard down. But they're just going to come in. But for some of you, you're like, no, I don't want this. With the Three of Cups in reverse, I don't want a reunion. I don't want to commit to you again. For some of you, they're just coming in. And remember, this house has to do with escapism. So they may be like, oh, well, let's go out for drinks. Or come on over, let's have drinks, let's do whatever, you know, in reference to poisons. Again, we're dealing with toxic energy. These are addictions as well. So they could be trying to entice you with, let's come drink, let's smoke, let's pop E, let's do Molly, whatever it is we do, and let's get back together. All they want to do is ensnare you in that energy again. All right, so we got to get you prepared so that you do what's best for you. So we'll do that in the extended. We'll clarify and find out what you need to do so that this negative karma does not come into your life again. All right? So I love you guys. I'll see you in the extended.